Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. Well, I want to look at the economy. And as I say those two words, I think, because it's not simple like that, right? I mean, we have the stock market that seems to be doing its own thing, and then we have GDP, and then we have rate of unemployment and homelessness and things among the general populace. So let me just split it all apart. Let me just take a bat to that word, to those two words, the economy. It's not that simple. So let's look at first stock market, which still seems to defy gravity. It did have a slump right recently, but well, correction. It's coming back. So, Spirit, what does the stock market look like into 2021? We're into 2021. It's March. What does it look like right now? Six of Swords. So somehow we're still coming out of a difficult time. Okay? That's maybe the correction. Still coming out of, well, we always have turbulence. But calmer waters. Gradually into calmer waters. We have victory, though. Yeah, recovery, right? We have, but worry. People keep worrying. They don't like the volatility, of course. And they don't like how it's behaving so differently than, the economy on the ground. Okay. Let's see. We've got Biden in the near future. Okay, so Biden's policies, what about them? I'm going to try to pick. Sometimes that's best when I pick based upon my intuition, So let's see what this one is. This one feels by how it feels. Magician. Okay, so I think in the coming few months, of course, the stimulus, of course, the rescue bill. Yeah, so that's good for the economy, for the stock market in the next few months. All right. And what else? All right. Oh, this one feels right. What is that? 10 of Swords, though. 10 of Swords. You know what? I just think that's some things happening on the ground, actually. 10 of Swords. Clarifier, Spirit, please. Knight of Swords. That's that I'm going to win it no matter what. That's that brash, charging forward. So if the stock market is like that Knight of Swords, yeah, I think that is what that is. There's a difference. And people are saying, how can the stock market do well when it's difficult on the ground? All right. We have the 7 of Swords, and further out, there's something we don't know about yet. That maybe some do, but we're not the privileged few who do. Okay. We have the Sun. Yeah, but that's okay. It's still all right. I think it's still all right because that's into the summer. That's travel. That's things like that. Okay, so I think it's all right. I think it does all right. Strength, still strong. I think that's next few months. It's all right. After that, still strong for the next few months. And then, this is always so difficult. Timing is difficult. And please don't do financial investing based upon timing here. 10 of Coins. Yeah, stability, some stability. I think it looks all right in 2021. But people kind of waiting for their, watching, waiting. There's kind of some news oh yeah, but when this happens, it's not going to be so hot. 5 of Wands. Debate about what's best as far as federal government policies and stock market. So there's debate about that. And stock market doesn't like that so much. But it keeps plugging along. Yeah, I mean, I don't see like a big sustained kind of crash happening in 2021 based on these cards. Let's see, but I've always thought 2022 worse than 2021. Those words have been with me. So let's see about 2022 stock market. What does it look like? King of Swords. That's sort of like the facts are the facts are the facts, isn't it? So I wonder if that's where I see the kind of, you do see kind of less growth coming in, just because the facts are the facts are the facts. But yet holding their ground, standing its ground. So it's not like this crash and retreat. It's just some retreat. Okay. All right. So far that's what I'm getting for the stock market. Like, we continue to have growth more or less. Not to say there couldn't be another dip or correction that is recovered from, but the growth more or less in 2021 and in 2022, maybe even possible still growth, but just less, or even stable, just kind of not doing much. Okay. All right, let's ask about economy on the ground, though. How about the situation for American families, some of whom have had unemployment for quite some time? Not all those who've had unemployment have gotten unemployment, because if they had, jobs that were more like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, self-employed this, self-employed that, then it's hard. And the eviction moratoriums and mortgage moratoriums will be coming to a close, although many of the eviction moratoriums weren't followed anyway. So let's see. Economy on the ground now. Well, we have the Queen of Wands, and I do feel like that's, the rescue bill is going to be helping a lot of people. That's Democratic leadership, right? Tower. We got the Tower with this earlier, right? This is a change, a big change. I don't feel like that's a bad Tower. I feel like this is rescue bill stuff we're talking about here. Yeah, Queen of Coins. And the rescue bill did help a lot of single moms. Here we have two moms here. Did help a lot of single moms. So and will continue to, because not only is there money per child given to parents, single or married or committed, but also there is a monthly subsidy that can go to certain income levels. It's got to be lower income, I believe. I don't know where the cutoff is. That will continue through the year. That will help. This bill pulls a half of all children in poverty out of poverty this year, which is amazing. So I think that looks better on the ground right now. What about near future? Page of Cups, that's a little bit of good news. That's because the pandemic is better, right? Within a few months. And so that does help. I think that helps everybody. I think people are more hopeful. The 10 of Cups, good. A greater sense of security, because we do have governmental programs that are more helpful, more easy to get. We have the White House there. We have the Four of Wands. Somehow in this bill, I have to study it, but in this bill, it looks like there's something that's going to help people not be evicted or get assistance to move. Well, yeah, if you get a one-time big payment, a lot of times people who are living on the edge, that's what they need. They need that to first and last month's rent and damage deposit, right? So they can move, or a new vehicle so they can work. That's a big deal to people who are living on the edge, and that's going to help. Okay, so I see things improving actually in the next few months, maybe through the summer. And then, but we are in battle. There are still, yeah, it's still some of the same problems. The Hermit. Right, there are some who have fallen through the cracks, who are not helped by that stimulus, that rescue plan, or who aren't being continued to be helped by it. So that's the problem. Okay, yeah. So then, and then we have a little bit of this winning at any cost, a little bit of this corporate greed stuff happening then. All right, so yeah, so it looks like, I feel like pretty good through the summer, but then we have some troubles again. Some of our families are having troubles. That's when a lot of consequences hit somehow in the fall. And a lot of worries, a lot of money worries. Things are running out. And then there we go, winter. Okay, so for some reason we do start to see, we start to see a number of evictions and bankruptcies, foreclosures beginning in the winter. And people are worried, of course, because it is winter. King of Coins, there's that corporate kind of. So it is hard to get more passed. Oh, that kind of answers my question about the filibuster. I wondered if the Democrats would try to get rid of the filibuster so that a simple majority could get some laws through. And I don't see it happening then, because it looks like it's harder. It becomes harder to get certain legislation through then. That would be helpful. Okay, so yeah, what about 2022 on the ground economy? Watching and waiting. Tower. But Ace of Swords, some opportunity coming in. So I think some assistance, some help, but yeah, I think it's not so hot. It's not so good. Two of Cups, that's agreements in politics, but new beginning. Two of Wands. Okay, so the watching and waiting and the new beginning and the Two of Wands says to me that, it will be a tough winter for some people. And that will continue into 2022. But then at some point, there is talk of, well, we've got to do something. And there is new legislation that is coming in. Okay, so that's interesting. And maybe it's because something's passed through reconciliation again. But there is something hopeful then. All right, well, I just wanted to take a peek, and readings on the economy are difficult, right? Because timing is always a little, and it'd be nice to know exactly when stock market's going to take a dive or go through the roof, But we take it all with a grain of salt. It is good to look and see what the cards say. And very often the general impressions are right on. So anyway, best of luck. And we can always ask for wisdom and guidance in our own financial decisions. Thank you all so much. Take care. Bye-bye.